All right, buddy. I have clicked the record button. All for one.
Hello,
huh?
everyone. All for one. This guy's pretty neat.
This guy is super neat. Super neat. What am I? Literally the character that I would be playing competitively, if I had the chance.
Yeah,
So
man, this feels like a deck you would build, honestly.
yeah. Hit me with the pitch. What's the goal today?
The goal today is honestly main board's pretty solid. Solidified. I don't think there's too much wiggle room. These are the stuff. Like I've already ordered the main board,
Mm-hmm.
and so the cards are on their way. I just need them to show up before the RLE next weekend.
Sure.
And so I can't really change. Like I can't put a fourth spiral blast in and stuff just because I don't have a fourth one on the way, right?
Sure. That's fair. Okay.
But mainly, I know you've been messing with the guy a little bit too, so I wanted to discuss some of the findings you may have gotten from your games that I may have not seen in my games because I've only played 3 or 4.
Mm-hmm.
And just try to address, maybe see if there's any good sideboard options we have that could address all this stuff. I will say, in terms of sideboard, I should be able to hit anything set 1 through 4. Set 5, not too much.
Sure. That's
I
fair.
don't have too many of the cards yet. Besides the stuff, obviously, that's already in the deck.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
totally chill. I'm gonna toss in all of the options that I like for the sideboard that are possible, and then we can talk about it. I don't know why I have.
For the people watching that haven't seen the deck in action, main game plan is just, always play good momentum stuff, abilities. You got Claw Stalker, which basically just does a 4-diff attack that in All for One usually says you can just draw a card so it replaces itself. You could sometimes gain people early using some carpool to work shenanigans, stuffing that momentum, and just paying for echo cost and then getting a whole bunch of echo. And as you get more and more foundations with All for One, the damage just buffs up, so those echo attacks just casually getting +3 damage at the start, and then going into like regular attacks, you've thrown like 5 attacks already, and you've only actually played 3. So just stuff like that. Just basically try to outvalue is the main thing I've been trying to do when playing.
I'm gonna lose my mind if UVS Ultra keeps acting up.
UBS acting sussy.
Livid. That's
Think
right
I
there. That goes here. So what made you want to play this?
Like I said, I've been seeing you play it a little bit, and that was where I was kind of. I messed with them a little bit at set 4 too. Like whenever I'm watching you play a lot of the decks, that's usually where I get the idea. Like, man, that character actually played kind of sick, and then I'll usually go mess with them. There was a phase you had last set where you were messing with All for One, and I was like, this is pretty neat. And then set 5 came, and we got all this cool new shit under Chaos with like the Nezure stuff. Obviously, I've got to play the Nezure stuff, so
Yeah.
and yeah, that's pretty much what got me in. I just FOMO. I saw people having fun with it, and I wanted to have fun with it. I like just slamming moves and killing people. That sounds cool, and I also like playing defense whenever I can't just kill them.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah. Trying to fill the space in between while we grab cards.
You are good. I get what they pay for.
Yeah, I'm
Man, the
probably not
chaos
play
symbol is so sick.
so many cards.
It is like, I think it's undeniably my favorite symbol in my hero.
There's been times when I mess with it and I'll start building a chaos deck, and then I end up deleting the deck just because there were so many good options and routes you can take that it just became a jumbled mess because I would have like 4 different little engines trying to work in one little thing, and it's just the poor things couldn't take it.
Okay, so I'm not gonna mess with your main board at all. There's 2 cards in your main board that we have to talk about. First and foremost, this card has to be a 4 of to make this deck work.
I only have 3. I know. I want a 4th one so bad. I thought I had 4, ordered my cards, and then saw that I only had 3, and one tear dropped down my face. Yeah.
if you have
I'm trying.
any extra funds to get a 4th copy of this, or you can...
It's not the funds. It's not a funds issue at this point. It's a matter of it getting here on time.
Well, it's not this weekend, right? It's next weekend?
It's next weekend, but it's where I live, and mail works weird sometimes.
Sure.
Yeah, it takes an extra day or two sometimes.
4 of this, like, if you can figure out a sign to like, do some deal with the devil and get a 4th copy of this, it's needed.
So my stole for a 4th card pull.
Yeah. And then I am not a fan of 2 ultimate combination. I'm a fan of, I would totally play 1 ultimate, and then I would just play 1 home run comet to take the Spiral Blast slot. Everything else is exactly what I've got going on.
I gotcha.
Just because this is a 4 diff that does a very similar idea. It's a little worse with like Spiral Blast Double Trouble flipping. But like,
still, even usually home run comets and the powerful 5 is sometimes just overkill. Like powerful 3 would be fine if there's just one other card or 2 behind the flips.
And it's also like you have 1 momentum that's not card pull to work, right? You start with Comet, you snap a card pull that you've built, and then you can double trouble, do the thing, double trouble, do the thing. And so like 2 double troubles now becomes 4 double troubles, all because you snapped this momentum, right? Which is good enough, right? So let's talk about Overhaul and the reason that I'm playing him.
All
for one. Sorry. Sorry. Other bad guy. Let's talk about All for One. Of the reason I'm playing him. That enhanced commit is Walkling on face, and I think Walkling is one of the biggest glow up cards for this most recent set.
For sure.
Because if my predictions are correct, Mirio will be the most represented character, and Walkling says that your mid blocks are Omni blocks.
Yeah.
So All for One having Walkling on his face, it's very good. It is the reason that I am such a fan of Runaway in the deck. Because it's an Omni block. Not because of the disruption, but because it says that, like, when you make this thing for 7, I go, no, I can actually interact with it. Right?
This card fucks up Texas Smash.
This card messes up Texas Smash. This card messes up Valiant. I'm down to take 4 and stuff your card pool. Like, I'm down. Even if it is like I take 2 less, it's like a bad partial. But at least I was allowed to interact with the move, you know? The next things that I want to talk about is like things like Broken Psyche and Pass Through Walls. As like yes, these are set 5 cards and they're rares. I don't know if you have them or not. But
not yet, but like I said, I may try and get like an expedited shipping, a little small package.
Okay. Broken Psyche does that same idea as Decoy Duplicate, but it doesn't let them redraw. Right? Like this card, it also flips to discard the momentum, whereas this removes. This is a 5 check, not a 4 check. The only issue is this is a 3 low block. This card is incredible and hasn't been in any of my lists so far. It is the #1 thing that I'm trying to find, I'm trying to play. It's probably like a 2 of taking out 1 studies, 1 agency trainees in my main board, and then like 1 more in the sideboard.
I hear you.
And then Pass Through Walls. Breaker is all over the place. This is a 6 check. I think that I'm playing more cards than you. I think I'm at 68, 69 cards. And so like I just like I have cards that just take out for this one. And this card stops twisty hallway, twisty maze, twisty surroundings. This card stops Mimic. This card stops Trigger. This card stops
League of Villains.
This card stops Eerie. And so when they go to say, hey, I don't have the 7th block on your 3 attacks or whatever, you just flip Pass Through Walls and say, no, sorry, no, absolutely not.
I love saying that.
Crushing Truth. This card is just like a good sideboard card to stop good symbol decks. And I think good and order are going to be all over the place. We're going to talk about Runaway. Recovery time if you don't have Runaways. Evil versus Good, I think, is going to play a huge role because everybody else is going to play Runaway as well. And so
Yeah.
if I can cancel their runaway, ooh, especially my deck that gives a ton of free stats, it's going to feel really, really rad. From there, we've got like shock treatment. Oh, this card like also stops like Eerie, right? It's a hand trap.
Yeah. For sure.
Shock treatment, incredible in our character, encouraging, just not a bad card. Irrefutable, villains defeated, just like classic staples. In the Typhoon, this one's not as good, I don't think.
Discarding 2 is a pretty hefty cost on a 16 size,
Yeah.
even with our draw.
But like I put it on the table, and then it's concentrate. It snaps some momentum if you so want it. It also cancels an action, so like showdown and whatever. Is it better than evil versus good? It really depends on like what you're trying to stop. This card beats not go for the win. Futures Now, right? And so like there is the question. Is like what do we need to care about? So if we're gonna cut down to our 10 card sideboard, what looks interesting, right? Like what do you think? More importantly, what leaves? Let's cut the chaff first.
In the Typhoon, I think can go. We already have 2 irrefutables, so that could probably go from the sideboard. Home Run can go just because we're gonna put 1 in the main board. It's just was there to talk about.
And I would test the Home Run and see if you like it better than the double ultimate combination. But
I probably will, just because I don't like the 2 6 checks. I just didn't know what else to put in at the time, because I didn't have a Force Spiral. I didn't want to put a 3rd Nezhere Wave and stuff like that. It's just, yeah. I like Home Run comment with how you pitched it though.
Fair.
Home Run can go. I may get some evil versus goods. I think that can go. I'll probably just go for concentrate since I already have them on hand.
Okay.
How
many? You have 2 runaways. Do you have a 3rd?
I don't have any more. That's why I was thinking about cutting it out of the side and leaving the recovery time for the time being.
I love it. Broken Psyche versus Decoy Duplicate.
I was gonna just say cut Decoy because Broken Psyche's just, like you said, pretty much better in this situation.
Way better.
I think Sun Eater can go just because like it's similar reason irrefutable. It's neat. I mean, I guess it could be needed though with Capture Evil.
So I think this card is needed because of Capture. I would at least side one of them. If I was playing, I'd be siding 2 more.
I say it can go. I think you're right because I was just thinking Capture is going to be everywhere with all the Mirios and stuff like that.
Good Symbol Mirios is going to be all over the place. They're just going to steal your stuff.
I say
Shock Treatment is going to go if you didn't like the Irrefutable. And then Villains is randomly good versus Repeating Smash.
Combo decks. Yeah, combo decks too. And repeated.
Yeah.
I'm going to bet that the whales haven't all gotten there. I'm just not going to match into the whales that have all their.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. We'll put it to faith. I think we can go from there and look at these.
Okay. I mean, the easy one is just like, we just slam 2 of these. We slam 2 of these. We slam 2 of these. We slam 2 of these and see how many we're at. We're at 11.
Let's do the 2. Let's do the 2 Sun Eaters also, actually. I think you're right. I really don't want to have 3 straight rounds of Mirio and then regret not having it.
I mean, that means we just cut recovery time and encouraging and just let it rock,
Send it there. Just play a bunch of 2-0s.
Like these are acceptable. You're a little light here, but that is okay. You hope they turn them all low. Yeah, my current list is a little heavy. I think it's 68 cards. Strictly because I was checking a little poorly here. And because this card is 2 attacks and this card is 2 attacks, my deck actually has close to 30 attacks available to it, not 22, if that makes sense. I just need to be able to pass them, right?
Yeah.
Because like all of these count as 2. So this is 6 attacks here. This is 8 attacks here. We get to add that 7. So I've got 20, whatever, and I'm playing 4, so it's actually 30.
Gotcha. I didn't even think about doing the math like that. So, yeah, but you're right. That makes sense when you actually lay it all out.
Yeah, because sometimes like you have to play Spiral Blast into Spiral Blast, and so that is check a 5, check a 5, check a 6, check a 6, with 2 cards. If you check 2 3s, your turn's over. You can't do any recovery.
And then your
from
shields
there.
are also yeah.
Correct.
I hear what you're saying.
And so like I played a little bigger of a deck, which is where I
only
got
2 card difference. I probably can just slot in a couple more foundations to try and avoid that from happening, since you have been seeing it.
Yeah, like I was playing.
Yeah, I can just bump some constants.
Yeah, just go find just like before you like go and like play the event. Just like look at what my main board is. There's gonna be some number of pass through walls. There's gonna be some number of broken psyches in the main board, just because like they're nuts. They're very, very strong cards.
I hear you.
But yeah, I think this deck is really, really strong.
I like it. I think I'm ready to go give it the best shot I can, Sam, and play it to your standard for you. I'll be your surrogate this event.
I love that.
But yeah, appreciate it.
You're welcome, man. Let me stay on the line long enough for me to shoot you the list, and you have a great night, okay?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, peace.
Peace.